video for you today for all you gamers. This is basically a beginner's guide to okay, so I'm trying to make a new series. It's a guide for all beginners who are playing Final Fantasy. And for all of us who have been playing Final Fantasy before, feel free to comment down below and just to give some tips and tricks to the newcomers. But this is for strictly for beginners, and so I'm just gonna go over a couple things that will help y'all understand this game a little bit better and kind of help you be better at this game. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today, at least in this video, is Ascension, the Ascension guide, what you should do first and how to gain more Ascensions. So let's look at it real quick. So what this is basically how it affects your gameplay. Combat wise, it could you can learn new techniques or how much damage you can do doing different techniques and stuff. Then you got things like teamwork, doing different abilities, link strikes, and some of the things that your own teammates will do on their own. Then you got your stats, basically increasing certain stats of yours every time you level up, and accessories as well. How many equipment you can put on. You got explorations. Here is probably an important part of the game if you're not exploiting AP. And AP stands for Ascension Points, just to throw that out there. But this here just shows you what you can do to gain AP more and experience as well as getting more loot. Then you got your wait mode, which I think, in my opinion, is not as useful as all the other skill slots. Here you have your armature. Once you gain this ability by collecting some royal arms, you can start unlocking some of these perks for your armatures. Then you got your magic to boost up your magic and potencies and how much you can receive or how much elements you can receive. Your recovery, and then your techniques that your characters can use and to increase your tech bars as well. So first off, I'll show you which one I would, at least in my opinion, I would do first in the beginning of the game. The first ones I would do in the beginning of the game is I would actually go to exploration, and I would do road running. Gain AP for long trips in the car, especially in the beginning of the game where you're going to be driving your car a lot, and as you drive you're going to gain AP, and that's going to be useful as you progress through this game. And then I would also do this one as well, camping, increase AP for making camp. For right now, maybe just do the first node for it, maybe not the second one. So those are what I would do first. Now, if you like fishing, you can do fishing as well, but it's not necessary. The next things I would do is your stats. I would look at these stats here, and I would try to save up to do this early on in the game, because this every time you level up, it'll put a point to, let's say if I put it for strength, every time I level up I gain a strength as well. I mean, it's very small, but it adds up. If I was like if I put this at level 10, if I open this at level 10 and I go up to level 99, that's 89 points I can put towards my strength. So it all adds up every time I gain a level. Here I would do these as well. Equip 2 accessories. Not necessary to equip 3. I wouldn't say do that yet until you can exploit the AP farm. Then I would certainly do some techniques here. There's some techniques that will come in handy, but more importantly, I would do this one. Every time you attack, you add towards your tech bar, which is the bar where you can use up for your abilities. Recovery can be a little bit useful, not helpful too much. Magic, if you like using magic, feel free to do this as well. Like I said, you'll get your armature. Weight mode, not too important, but this is pretty good. Warp ambush, where when it says breaking its appendage, it's basically saying when you break an enemy, it's exploiting their weakness, and so when you target that point, you can do a little bit more damage. So yeah, this is what I would do first, is especially in the beginning of the game, try to gain as much AP as you can by doing these, especially for the car. That's probably the #1 to do, and then possibly fishing as well and camp, and then work on your stats, and then you can do the rest. I would say do maybe combat or techniques next. So that's what I would do. That's my essential guides. Now, what I wouldn't do straight off is try to save up for the ones that cost 333. Like for instance, these equip accessory ones. I have equipped 3 for Noctis just because I'm at this point where I feel it might be useful for Noctis. But you don't have to do that. I wouldn't worry about these 333 AP cost, or even the which one is it under techniques? The limit break one, where you can hit basically over 9,999. I wouldn't worry about that either up until now. But there are guides where you can do to exploit gaining AP. Where I think there was one video. I'll put it in the description down below, where you can gain 1500 AP per hour by doing this method, but at the same time you actually got to be a little bit of a higher level to do it, because he's basically warp striking but one-shotting these monsters, and he can destroy like 3 or 4 of them at a time, and every time you warp strike you gain do a warp strike kill, you gain an AP. Also, if you do a link strike kill, you gain AP as well. So just keep that in mind. But every time he does it, he's basically gaining 4 AP every 1 or 2 seconds. So he's calling. Once you have that the call for enemies action, then you can start exploiting more AP gain. So I'll put that in the description down below. Hopefully that will help you guys gain more AP. But this is just a basic tutorial on what I feel you guys should do when you first start the game. So basically, gaining AP driving the car, possibly camping and catching fish, and then I would work towards the stats ones, where you gain levels for your stats, and then these accessories ones as well. And then I would go to techniques. More or less, if you're finding daemons, I would get Star Shell, and then if you're wanting to conserve potions, do regroup. That's so helpful when you want to conserve some of your items, is having regroup. And then downhammer is always a good one. You actually do a lot of damage with downhammer, but this is one that I would try to focus on as much as well, is tech strike. And then you go to your combat and get some of these where you can dodge in midair or attack in midair. Boost your warp strike damage. That's always a good one to have. And then link strike, or reduce MP when you're phasing. So these are just some things that I think. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them down below. For all you experts out there, if you have any suggestions for these new guys, please put them down below as well. Thank you guys for watching this video and making it through this tutorial. I hope you guys have a great day and have fun gaming. Please like and subscribe for more new videos, and I hope to be able to put some more out and some more tutorials out for the beginners as well, for my beginner's guide. So have a great day, gamers, and I'll see you on the next one.